Rewind it. Don't say nothing, but rewind it and turn it up. But I'll tell you when to turn it up in a minute. Okay, so today we are talking about CJ So Cool. And the reason why we're talking about that is because he has a children's channel. We can say it's a children's channel because a lot of children watch his channel. Okay. So I'll say, you know, I let my child discern what it is that is helpful, encouraging, things like that. I let him discern that. I've listened to some of the music, and instead of doing what my parents did, they say, no, to turn that music off. I just tell him, death, killing, all this stuff. But in music, what are you really listening to? Are you listening to the melody? Are you listening to the words? Are you, both? Some music captures you and has you drawn into the words and drawn into the music. And so if that music is death, then I can understand what these people are saying. But hey, I like some FBG Duck. I like this music. Me personally, I like this music. And it's freedom of speech. We know that they actually did this. Some of this stuff, they actually are beefing. They actually are going toe to toe. Death and all of this stuff is intermixed with this music, but we still like it. And me personally, I'm not in a position to tell you don't like it. So back to this CJ So Cool stuff. I think that as time goes on, as our time goes on, I believe that it'll be exposed, like in a good way or a bad way. He will be exposed as being a good person. But this is another thing. I'm gonna say he said it a few times. I am a good guy. I am a good guy. What in the freak makes you that uh have give you that audacity to say that? Because some people may think that you are jacked up. You start explaining it, and this person explains their situation or whatever. It's You only have one side of the story, whatever side that CJ So Cool puts out. There are other sides to this story. If you heard these sides, you may not honestly think that CJ So Cool is a good guy. The thing is, even when you're being a good person, you are doing all of the right things, there will be still people that decide that no, you're not, and then they'll try to expose and do all this stuff. This is why you just do you. And we ain't gonna say you is the right thing, because doing you may actually offend some people. Doing you, doing what makes you feel comfortable, this, that, and whatever. Because I'm gonna tell you, honey, I will say if if a whole lot of stuff. Just soon as you start talking, Well, come on, let's talk about it. You can't make me talk about this stuff. I will not discuss this thing. People come up and ask you so much inappropriate shit. Well, what you do? You know what you and your husband do? What are you? Mm, you playing, right? You playing? Yeah. People are very uh intrusive. I don't even know. Intrusive, invasive. I couldn't even tell you. I will tell you basically how I deal with this situation. You ask me something that I don't want to answer. I will try to defer the time. You come on, let's talk about something else. What, you don't want to answer that? What, you don't want to tell? No, bitch. No, I don't want to tell you this said thing that you trying to demand me tell your ass. You know. Oh, you did it then. And that's exactly how it works. And this is why I don't even have technically friends. I don't even know what the fuck the word friends mean. I understand human beings are nature. So say you dealing with somebody, they don't really have nothing. That person may be an honest person deep down inside and would never cross you, even for money, even though they don't have money. And you'll have somebody with a bunch of money and they will still cross you for just a little bit more money. So I look at all these scenarios and I try not to put people in these different categories. Now, analyzing CJ So Cool, I will tell you, strike number one came when he said he was a good person. That is where strike number one came for me. It's just lingering over me. I believe it's in the Bible. It's just lingering over me. This man said he actually said I am a good person. And you will never say that, especially on the internet, especially uh oh my, anyway, just whatever. You would never say that on the internet. Just like, whoa. Mm. Okay, there's the bubbles. Okay, so that's my whole taking. He had strike number one as soon as he said he was a good person, and just to say that out of your mouth, it's for me personally, it's very arrogant, and so it makes me question everything else that you have to say out of your mouth. He says that he got shot and robbed and this and that. I'm trying to wrap my brain around. Like this man said, why don't you have? He talking about, yeah, I got security coming and this and that. Why did you not have this before? You are already a millionaire. This is what the internet says that you're a millionaire. So why wouldn't you? Why? So you did have some type of ring bell, just whatever. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. But um yeah, why this man play that little part back? where he said he got security and everything coming. What now? This now when you want to do that? Not like he been on the internet for how long? And when did he start making? This is so subjective because anyway, just too much. So you
A couple of people are trolling and trying to benefit. Oh, I got the exposed video. Come click my link, please, man. It's just like, I wish
okay?
YouTube had something set up to where all the trolls and all these pages just get taken down. Like, why are you
Well, I made
in a
mine
situation you have
say
nothing to do
something
with? The
else.
only thing
So come
about it,
on, make it
what?
go some further.
Phone. Very negative towards you. I never have. You always left. You always moved
Give
out.
me
Even
this
when I was
spot.
cheating, you left. Literally, I was in Miami on a yacht and she went live and moved out because I was moving like I was single, networking with all YouTube.
Y'all, this is too much. This is too much. But when you are addicted, this man he is addicted to looking and talking to himself because that's basically what I'm doing. Now I actually have another person in this room, but they not allowed to talk. But I would say this is too.
Dudes. Same with this time. I told them to get out because the house was so filthy and none of them was listening to me. And Jalea started talking back to me and I said, "Real to get."
That's too much. But let me tell you, he put his life on camera. That's what he did. He put his life on camera. I'm not willing to put my life on camera. Um, and if you would try to expose me and whatever, I'm gonna say, look, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. All the way until it's not me. Really, for real, it's not me. I'm telling you. I'm not going to confirm or deny anything. When you're trying to put your whole life on the internet, that's what this man did. And unfortunately, he didn't, unfortunately, because I'm going to tell you, this is just for me personally. Me, just me. I'm not trying to expose or whatever. Me, I smell bullshit. But do I actually smell bullshit or is it just his bullshit ass life on the internet that I smell? Because I'm gonna tell you straight up, some people life ain't worth putting on the internet. When you doing things, you going places, you got travel videos showing people making different food, beautiful shit. But you just on there talking and you in the camera the whole time. You in the camera. You not showing your views, your. And I know he has the videos where he does show that, but he's still talking the whole goddamn time. Anyway, just this is for a younger audience. I couldn't even tell you what the audience is, but I would say, maybe 10 to 20, 15, and just whatever. And 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 me personally, I'm not even into that. I'm not. I am, but my son is actually on it. He's looking at them and watching them. So if he's watching it, I have to figure out what he's watching. And like I had to, I tell him, this is some bull crap. This is something to distract you from reaching your real goals. So instead of doing the scientific experiments and being outside and going to do this, you on the phone watching this dude for hours and hours and hours. And then you go to sleep. You ain't now, so your whole day is dedicated to watching certain folk, and you have not accomplished nothing. He ain't did none of the design stuff. Ain't did none of that. Ain't tried to figure out the flow of the website. Ain't tried to do none of the stuff that you should do to propel you forward. You know, you want to sit and watch somebody else. So when you watch them, and not to say not to watch people, because you watching folks and you getting little bits, tidbits here and there. I watch things that inspire me to go and do. So, okay, I get caught up in it, on the weekends and stuff like that. I get caught up in the YouTube shorts and watching this and watching that. But after so long, you get inspired and you want to go and create yourself. You want to go and at least learn something. Even if you ain't trying to create nothing, you could go and learn something new, you know. So I like that type of content. I don't like no content that got me just sitting there watching you living your life. That's crazy to me. You just living. Oh, they got a Mercedes. Oh, look at they. Oh, he got this, that, da, da, da. This is all you got to talk about. So what you got? You got anything? Anyway, and then all the publicity mess that they do and this that just that's a lot of mess. It is a lot of mess that keeps you distracted. So after you watch this for hours and hours and hours, you go to sleep, wake up, watch it again. Another day that you have not got nothing done, nothing for you personally, you know. And for kids, they're not trying to. And this is why he made so. Uh, Big up to this man because he did make content for the demographic of people sitting around. They ain't got shit to do. So I have to give him that. He made content for the demographic of youngsters that don't have. They sitting around. They just chilling. They looking for inspiration possibly. Some of them not doing nothing. So you sit up here, you watch this. You could get some inspiration. You could say, okay, I'm gonna go and do this and that and whatever, and see how it worked based off what you saw CJ. What you saw CJ do. But what I've noticed, this is just what this is just a common observation. I don't see him showing you how to do shit. Any just whatever. Anyway, just whatever. Um, Good thing the mamas and the daddies is around to show their kids, you could watch this, you could vibe out on it, but eventually you have to take some inspiration from this or from wherever and go and create and go and see what you personally can do. Now, is this a hoax? It's too early, I guess. We possibly could never know. And I don't even give a damn. I don't care. I'm just happy this man is alive. If it was, I don't like to see black people punished and stuff like that. So I hope he get away with it. Anyway, until next time, y'all have a great evening.